Son, you know, once you start, there's no going back.
I know.
This means total commitment. Once you begin the path, there is no leaving the path. Are you sure you're ready for that? I mean, really ready?
I guess so.
Neat.
Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be doing an analysis on gold to see where price might possibly go, maybe tomorrow or today, or maybe sometime next week. So let's hop on the charts. So yesterday when I opened my gold chart, I managed to see that overally we were having an uptrend on gold. You see, so this is the uptrend in gold I was seeing. So basically, I was biased on buys, not sells. So I went into my chart and I started looking deeply to see where I can manage to find zones on gold. All right. So I think I went on the 1 hour. Sorry about that. I went on the 1 hour time frame to see if I can possibly find some entry zones, and I managed to find this demand zone right over here, and I marked it out. And also, when I went down to the 30 minute, I also managed to find this demand zone right over there, and I also marked it out. But unfortunately, I didn't take this trade as I didn't have that much confidence that it will play out. So my initial thoughts on this trade was that price was going to drop because like price list was literally here when I was doing this analysis. So I was hoping that price would come here, give us a small retest, and then go to this demand zone right here. And then from here, I was expecting price to play around just a bit or just to react vigorously. And then that's where I was going to take my so I was going to take my long position over here with my take profit targeting the zone right here, which is the last high that market formed, and also my stop loss at this week right here for when the market wants to grab any liquidity on the zone. But unfortunately, it didn't play out as planned, and price ended up moving from this demand zone right there, of which I would have loved to risk half the amount that I usually risk per trade on this possible trade. I would have loved to risk 0.5% on this one, and also put a limit order over here where I'll also be risking 0.5% as well. So that if all my stop losses were hit, I'll just lose something like 1% on both trades. Like both trades combined, it will be a loss of 1%. That's out of she taking this trade. But unfortunately, I didn't because I didn't have that much confidence. But I don't regret doing this because basically that also means that I do trust my analysis. And when I'm very unsure of the market, I don't just enter. You get me? I don't just enter when I'm unsure. I wait for the market to play out first, and then I see if I can find any positions. But on this one, I was a little bit slow. That's why it ended up shooting up without me. But currently, as we can see over here, we can see that gold is having some type of a reaction here. Tried breaking below this low, but it had a major rejection. And we can see that there's a little demand zone right over here that we must also take note of, that we mustn't ignore. And then we see that here there is another demand zone because there's this impulsive bullish move. One, two, three bullish candlesticks plus two more. And that's a confirmation that, we have had like a really impulsive move. So for today or for this week or the coming next week, those are the moves that I'm going to be focusing on. Gold broke structure over here. Let me mark it out. Gold came here and then it dropped down and then it came back up and then it broke structure. So whenever there's a break of structure, that's just signaling that it's a continuation trend. You see. So it's either gold has to react here, but I'm a bit skeptical of this one because if we take out our fib, if we take out our fib retracement 2 and we trace from the bottom to the high of this move, we can see that this is equilibrium and we only buy at discounted prices. We don't buy premium. This is premium, and this is discounted price action. This is a discounted zone, and this one is equilibrium. So price hasn't even reached equilibrium, but already it's showing signs of reversal. So even if this trade is to play out, I won't even take it because I don't have like proper confirmations on the trade, and I don't trust the trade fully. So let's just say this one, I'm not going to be looking at it. But since the market already showed us a breakout structure and we're going to be targeting this zone, I can take a quick shot. I can short to long this position, but I'll have to go to the lower time frame to see if I can manage to find any possible sell moves. So that's where I mostly like to go to the 15, the 5, is it the 15, the 5, and the 3 minute? Yeah, that's where I usually like to go to. So here, I'm just gonna let me delete this real quick. All right, as we can see, if we can look at the price action over here, let me go to the 5 minute, sorry. All right, that's the 5 minute time frame. So I want you guys to see something here. We were trending upwards, right? Price was making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and then it started consolidating on this phase. We were expecting to create another higher high, but price started consolidating. But this consolidation, as we can see, it's actually higher than this high high, meaning that this is the last high that the market made before going downwards. So we're gonna, if we come here, we're gonna see this is higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So which low was responsible for this high high, which is this low? And then we just have to, let me clear this one so that you guys can see more clearly. Okay. So we just have to go and mark down this low. This is the low that created this high. So we want to see a change in market structure shift. What's a market structure shift? So a market structure shift, it's when the market shows us that it's changing its direction. So here it broke the higher low, and now we know that the market is now in a downtrend in this 5 minute. So as we can see right here, the market started like this was a lower high, and then the market made a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then it did a market structure shift. So basically, we're going to be looking for this zone right here. We're going to be looking for shorts on this zone, and we want to see the markets coming to the zone, and we want to see a rejection. And we're not going to enter impulsively, but we want to see a reaction over here, possibly a rejection. And we're going to be monitoring the price action probably in the 3 minute or the 1 minute to see what the market is planning on. And if we see right here, this was the lower low, the last low that the market made currently. So if I'm to take a short position, and we know that we're targeting the zone that's like slightly below. So there's this zone right here where the market might potentially reverse from, but I'm just going to be targeting this one right here. So our stop loss is just going to be a few pips above that high, so that if the market decides to take out liquidity, we won't be part of the move. So this is going to be the first take profit. Let me mark it. So this right here is going to be the first take profit because we want the market to take out liquidity. And then the second one we have right here. So the second take profit, it's gonna be here. I don't really like putting it here because sometimes the market just reverses. So initially, this trade is going to be 1 is to 36R, a 36R. And then if we take the full position, it's gonna be like a 1 is to A. So this is what I'm possibly looking at. And as we fast forward, we're gonna see how the market is gonna play out. So yeah, thank you for this. I'll probably add in. bro. All right, but I'm still gonna pause this one. I'm still gonna pause this. All right. Okay. So now let's look for. Let's see if we can manage to find any buying opportunities. Because we're waiting for this trade to break past this TP1, this low, and then to come to this demand zone right here. But this trade didn't even help us in our supply. Let me just check from my phone. Yeah, it's the same. So let's go to the 30-minute time frame to see if we can find something from there. Um, all right, so the trade hasn't tapped us in yet. Let me just look to the left-hand side. There's also the supply that we can consider because right here, if we actually take a look at here, you can see that there is imbalance here. So let me just mark it out so that you guys can see. So here, if we take a look here, there is imbalance, you know. So yeah, there's a high likelihood of the market coming to this one as well. But firstly, I'm going to be looking at this one, and I would rather risk half on this one, half a percent on this one. And if this break, I only lose half a percent because I'm using proper risk management. And if we come to this one right here, and if we actually look at this point right here, yeah, this one where there was this wick, you can actually see that this was actually a liquidity zone here. Let's see, sell side liquidity. Yeah. So there was actually sell side liquidity on this one right here. So the market could potentially reverse in this one because, bro, last time got reversed on this one, I was actually aiming for this part. It didn't give me that. So it might reverse on this one. And if it decides to break, then I'm going to be focusing on this one. So this is just an extra analysis for those who stay to watch this video. So yeah, I last week I was analyzing EURUSD and I managed to find this demand zone right here. Let me just mark it out. But you guys, I'm pretty sure you can see it. This demand zone right here. But then I had to refine it, so I actually went to about 1 hour so that I can manage to find like a sniper entry type of demand zone. But you see what gold did to us because of trying to catch those sniper entries. So on this one, I wasn't like very sure if it was gonna come over here. That's why my entry point is a little bit below, aligning to the 4 hour or the block, the 4 hour supply zone. And we're expecting the market to push upwards and take out this liquidity and then tap us in. And then it could either come to this, but this is actually a smart money trap because there's liquidity, and then here we can also see that there is imbalance. So I would rather try to trade off this zone than risk my money on this one. But when the trade comes to this one, I'll go to the lower time frame and then actually monitor the price action. With that, I'm done. So please guys, don't forget to turn on the notification bell to be notified anytime I drop. To like this video, this is my first video on YouTube, and I know it's gonna be a crazy journey, but you know,